Yeah. Welcome to the open book, where truth don't hide, stories ride, and every chapter got that power. Turn the page, now you stepping in, where real ones talk and the fake pretend. From viral heat to deep convo, we write the truth, let the whole world know. This ain't just a channel, it's a movement. The open book, every story, every voice.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. I hope everyone is having a terrific Tuesday. Okay. The week is just going on by. It is already Tuesday. I know I was sitting here and y'all, I've been trying to catch up with some different stories that's been taking place. I'm like, it's so much happening. It is so much happening. It feels like it's a full moon every day. Okay. But I hope everyone is having a fabulous day on today. Make sure that you all hit the like button. Let everyone know that we are live. Okay. Also, if you would like to show support of the channel, I did put my coffee link in there and it is pinned at the top of the screen. Also, you're welcome to send super chats, super stickers, and my Cash App is scrolling on the screen. Let's see who we have here so far. Welcome, Rebecca. Thank you so much for joining, sis, and for being first in the building. I appreciate it. Welcome. Hey, Janet Lifestyles for Janet. Thank you for joining. Welcome, sis. Hey, Coffee No Cream. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining. I know you were in here yesterday, and I am so happy to see you back. Good afternoon, Mrs. X is in the building. Welcome. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna go over a story today that actually hits close to home. And I've been following it and getting some updates. And so I told you all that I was going to give y'all more updates as they come. Because, oh my goodness, y'all, this story shows that you really can't judge a book by its cover. Okay. Sometimes we see couples out and about. They may have fancy cars. They may have the nice houses, dressed in the finest. And some people, start looking at that and they become envious. It's something that they want, that they desire. They see the pictures and they're like, man, they are so in love. I wish I had that. Then the baby comes and you're like, man, they have such a beautiful family, but not knowing what takes place behind closed doors. And y'all, this story here that has sparked, a lot of conversation surrounding domestic violence. It's some other things that have transpired that we're going to see as well that I did not know that took place within this story. Okay. This took place last Friday. Okay. And this is actually not too far from me, about 25 minutes from where I live. And it's in a place called Arlington, Texas. If you are not familiar with Arlington, Texas, it is a small city. I would say, when I say small, definitely smaller than Fort Worth in Dallas. It's one of those cities that you pass through if you're heading from Fort Worth to Dallas going east. You're going to pass through Arlington, Texas. It is also the home of the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, that stadium is also in Arlington. Now, there's not a lot of crime that takes place in Arlington. Most of the times when you see the po-po or the police, they are sitting on side of the road giving out tickets. Okay. That's what, to me, the police officers are known for in Arlington. Everyone knows that if you are passing through Arlington, you better slow down and go the speed limit. Now, on this picture, if you look at the center of the picture, there is a salon. It's one of those, it's a salon shop where it has multiple suites. Okay. So when you go into that building, that storefront, then you're going to see various suites. Okay. I'm in Rockwall. Oh, okay. So you're on the other side of Dallas. So if you continue past Dallas, then you'll go to Rockwall. Now, Rockwall, we go there a lot for the pier over there where you can go, Lake Ray Hubbard. We spent a lot of time. We haven't gone this summer because I don't know why. It hasn't been just outrageous with the heat, but we usually take our chairs and go sit by the water. You can do boat rides out there. So yes, I know where you're at. Okay. Hey, dreamy girl. Hey, sis, welcome. And so with Arlington being a smaller city, they don't have just a lot of crime there. So this particular, thank you, dreamy girl. This particular salon, there are various little rooms and suites in there. Now, probably about 3 years ago, I would say maybe, about 3-4 years ago, one of my friends, now she actually just got her own shop maybe 2 years ago. One of her suites was in this salon. Okay. And I used to go up there to see her and take my daughter there to get her hair done. And I bake cakes as well. And so I would sell my little mini bundt cakes here in this salon. I would go around and talk to the different barbers and stylists there in the salon. And so when this popped up on the news, my mouth dropped because I know exactly where it is. It is really about 25 minutes from where I live, depending on the freeway that I take. Okay. In the area where this is located, it's not too many shops there. You have some storefronts, shops there in the area, but it's not just a whole lot of shops. Now, further down, now this street, Cooper Street, is a busy street. Okay. And so you have traffic going through there like nonstop. But this particular area, it's not a whole lot of shops around it, I should say. Hey, Bubba, welcome. Okay, what's up with these fake guru internet couples? Okay, it's happening more and more. And so the first thing that I noticed was, I don't know if y'all have heard of Smash the Topic. Okay, he is well known here in the DFW area, and he's his own reporter. A lot of people in the communities know Smash. Okay, he gets the alerts really sometimes before the police officers, because a lot of people know that he's going to go live. He's professional with it. He's laid back, and I like his personality. And so, oh yeah, I got to pull it back up, man. I had everything pulled up and my computer went down a few minutes ago. And so he went live on Facebook Live before this hit the news channels. Okay. Smash the Topic was in the building. And he didn't know what had happened, but he has a scanner. See, some people, they also have scanners. And so if you're tuned into the right channel, you can hear alerts first. So he gets in his car and he goes all over the Metroplex, okay, to different calls that they may get. And he's, on top of the news. So while I was on Facebook, I pulled up his live because I definitely knew where this was located. I didn't know what was happening because I'm like, wait, what? In Arlington? I just cannot believe this. So let me pull up a little snippet of his video first.
It's on Cooper. Like I say, it's on South Cooper. All y'all do is look up Salon and Spa Galleria, guys. That's all you got to do.
They were getting on his neck.
On Cooper.
Because people were in the actual live, people were like, where is this Smash? Where is this at? And so he was telling them the name of the location. Child, they were getting on his nerve. He said, y'all got to do your own research at this point. All I can do is tell you the street, the city, this is where it is. So this was my first knowledge. When I saw Salon and Spa Galleria and saw that building, I said, I know where that is. And another one of my friends actually lives around the corner from the shop because she used to go there to get her hair done. We have a mutual friend that's a stylist. We have that mutual friend in common. So in the live, I'm up here tagging them. I was tagging them like, girl, did you see this? This is where you used to work. Girl, you saw this? You used to get your hair done. Okay, so I'm tagging them in the actual live. Hey, I'm Chosen. Welcome. Thank you for joining.
South Cooper, near Mansfield. It's a dirty dog room and everything. So
Hey, Teresa, welcome.
So allegedly 2 people deceased. I'm gonna say that. Allegedly 2 people deceased. But I know one for sure is deceased. And that's the person that was getting his haircut. So did you hear the other person died? So it is. So I got 2. I got 2 too. So
Now, if you notice, well, let me get it a little further. I'm going to show y'all something.
So it's a woman and a man deceased. They trying to say, I see other news stations trying to say murder-suicide, but
Yes,
we'll have to
Mr.
see
Day.
on that part. Because I don't know if she killed herself or someone shot her. So, but she did shoot him while he getting a haircut in the church. Some kind of domestic situation, guys.
It was windy out there that day.
Man, one thing about it, boy. One thing I was told. That love hurt, boy. That love.
Okay, let me pause it right here for a second. I'm trying to get it to where y'all can. Okay, now right here in the left side of the screen, okay, by this police car, as you can tell, there is yellow tape. Usually when they put that tape up, there has been some type of crime or someone's deceased. But also notice that there are police officers or investigators that are in these little vests that are close up to the front of the building, okay, right there by the glass. Those people were inside of this salon when this happened. Okay, so what the investigators were doing during this time, and I'm going to give you an overview of what happened after I show you this, because I wanted y'all to see it in the order that I saw this, because at the time we did not know what really happened. This was my first knowledge that something took place in Arlington, Texas, okay, at this particular salon. So right here, there are a lot of people that witnessed what had transpired, okay? And so the before they let those people go, they are a part of that scene, and they're trying to take their statements.
Give me a second. I'm going to take a few pictures. I think I already took some pictures.
I'm sorry. I also want y'all to take note of the car on the right side of the screen that says Credit Champs. That car belongs to the victim, one of the victims, or, you know, Yeah, we'll say because he was the first, yeah, to get on the live in this case. Okay, his car was sitting outside, but while this video was going on, I didn't know who that was and or what that who car that was. That could have been someone that was just there. So also take note of the car that's on the right side of the screen.
They got my nerves bad. So I did take some pictures. Guys, yes. So they were saying of the one of what probably what made people think the police did it. Or I mean not police did. Police involved because when police made entry, they heard a pop. So that's probably what make them and people probably just seeing them coming in probably think that officer involved. But I don't if it was an officer involved, we wouldn't even be able to get this close. I tell
Right.
you that now it'd be 200 police up here and we wouldn't be able to get this close. So that rule that out. So then the next thing is, did someone shoot her or was it murder-suicide? I'm getting now that it was a murder-suicide. So that's what I'm getting, guys, a murder-suicide. At Salon and Spa Gallery.
Hey, Late, welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, so that was my first knowledge of that. So I didn't know what had transpired. Okay. So after that, the news station started giving a little more information. On July 11th, there was a devastating incident at this salon and spa Galleria, and this is in Arlington, Texas. And it resulted in the death of the CEO of Credit Champs, and his name is Todd Austin. Okay. The blue car that I was showing you all in that video on the right side of the screen, that car belonged to him. And it also had Credit Champs written out. It was wrapped, with the logo and the name of the company. Now, he was 37 years old. Okay. He was the businessman and he was shot multiple times while receiving a haircut. He was sitting in the chair. Now, one blessing that came out of this is I'm glad that when she shot him, she did not also take out others in that area because of, if you're shooting one, bullets go somewhere. There are other people, the barber's there and everything. Okay, I don't know how many people were in his particular suite, but there were other people inside of that salon. Okay, so that's one blessing out of that. He was shot multiple times by his ex-girlfriend, 37, and she was also 37-year-old, Tamon Michelle Williams, okay, who later turned the gun on her, the pow-pow on herself. Now, this salon is located on the 7800 block of South Cooper Street, and it happened around 10:15 that morning. Okay, so you like, what is happening so early in the morning? Okay, now surveillance and eyewitness reports indicate that Timon walked directly to the barber suite where Todd was getting a haircut, and she opened fire. So the first thing many people were wondering is, how did she know he was there? Okay, how did she know he was getting his haircut? Now, one big clue, if you just ride through the neighborhood, his car was there. Now, we don't know like the full details of, what was transpiring right before that. Maybe he texted her and said, look, I'm getting my haircut. I'll talk to you later, or called her or something. But she knew where he got his haircut, okay, the exact suite he's located, and walked right into that suite and opened fire, okay? Then after she opened fire on him, she took off running. Okay, she was trying to flee the scene. Once she was trying to get out of the door, she noticed, because now you have these loud noises, everyone's trying, probably calling 911, surveillance, you got all of that going on. The police, I told y'all, in Arlington, those police are not busy whatsoever. Okay, they were probably sitting in the cut somewhere waiting to give somebody a ticket. So it did not take them long to possibly get there. Okay. So as she was trying to flee the barber shop or the salon, she saw the arriving officers walking towards the building. Okay. Once she saw them pulling up and walking towards the building, she went back into the salon. And then she turned the pow on herself and unalived herself. People that were in the salon, some were hiding. They said they were running and hiding because imagine, you had just heard some gunfire from when she went and unalived her ex-boyfriend and baby's father. So they were running, hiding in different places. And then you thinking it's over. Well, she comes back in there and police are coming. So those pow sounds that you heard that particular time, some people were assuming that it was an officer related incident. Either one of the officers got shot, or they were wondering if the officer had unalived her. But no, when they found where the pow was, it was a self-inflicted wound. Now, Todd Austin, he was pronounced unalived at the scene. Okay, but they did transport her to a nearby hospital, and she later succumbed to her injuries. Now I'm trying to think, in that area, I don't know exactly which hospital, but I know it's one over there, Methodist, Mansfield Methodist Hospital, that's nearby. Then there's another hospital in Mansfield, so that's right off the freeway. So I'm not sure which hospital they took her to. And then they have the Arlington hospitals, but to me, they're probably about the same distance. They have one over probably from there, maybe 10 minutes. So I'm not sure which one of those hospitals they took her to, but she succumbed to her injuries. So then it was classified as an murder suicide stemming from a domestic dispute. And then authorities stated that there were no other suspects or threats to the public. Now, y'all, after this, it was so much speculation as to why this lady came into this salon and opened fire on her ex. Okay. Now, he is widely known CEO of Credit Champs. Now, I hadn't heard of him, okay? But supposedly a lot of people in the DFW area knew him from his credit repair company, okay, that he had started alongside Timon Michelle, okay? And so his social media often reflected a life of success. I told y'all, on social media, you can be whoever you want to be. You can put pictures. You could be rich. You can be good. You can be handsome. You could have all these fly clothes. And people become so into that. Like, y'all, I even did a post today. It's like, look, some people are looking for validation, acceptance from people they don't even know. The thirst is real. Okay, so we have to understand that people can put anything on social media. So he had this grand life that he pretty much lived on social media. He had the branded vehicles. He had a lot of different cars. He had the one for his business. Then he had some other cars. He had motivational content. And then he had messages about financial empowerment. And so many people admired him for his dedication to help people rebuild their financial lives. In addition to him being a business owner, he was also a father. Okay. He had Well, with Timon Michelle, one child, but it appears as though allegedly he has other kids, about 8 more. Okay, I don't know how true that part is, but we're going to look at a post that someone also put out there about his other children. Then this sparked, an outpouring of grief and concern from the local community and supporters online. Okay, so let's see. It seems as though right before this shooting, their relationship had ended, and allegedly she had a restraining order against Todd. So I'm like, now wait a second. This here is getting a little deeper. Okay. Now, social media speculation, really, like I said, wasn't verified, included rumors of infidelity, health related accusations, like him giving her something. People were saying that. But the police have not come out. And I did look even before this live to see if we had an official update from the police. Okay. And it says that, they're still investigating. It's still an ongoing investigation. So they haven't really stated what led her. Now, y'all know social media, there are people that know them in real life, okay? And the people are starting to speak up and talk. Now, the barber that was there with him, his wife stated that he still shaken up and he pretty much is not ready to talk to the public. So we don't even know if maybe something was said before she shot. We don't know that part yet, okay? So I did come across one thing I'm going to show you all is this video. Let's see, because I was on another screen. Forgive me, those of you coming in. Hey, Real Talk No Chaser is in the building. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so let me pull up. I'm going to pull up the picture first. Now, I know y'all can't read this, so I know it's a little small. I'll try to make it bigger, but I don't know if it's going to let me make it bigger. So let me just pull it up and read it for y'all. Now, this picture was found on, or this post was found on Facebook, okay? If you type in his name, oh my gosh, y'all, the posts are just getting crazy. But I try to focus in on what, something that could be more closer to what I'm seeing a pattern of being said, because we're going to watch another video from another person that's close to the situation. And she's giving us an update. She says she's tired of all of these narratives out here. And that young lady said she just won a lawsuit against Todd right before he got unalived. And her and Timon actually allegedly exchanged text messages, okay, right before that happened. And I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, so let me read this. Okay, so remember I said this is alleged. It says straight dead beat. I went to his new apartment in Frisco. Now, Frisco, y'all, we talked about Frisco. That's also the area where Carmelo Anthony is having his case. That's the one that unalived the other young man that went to high school, the white boy, and he stabbed him in I think it was a track meet they were having that day. So he lived in that same area, okay? Off the toll and went through, this person went through when he left him there to get a haircut. And so whoever this is that did the post allegedly is saying that I guess they know each other and Todd must have gone to get a haircut and this person was looking through their stuff. His stuff. I'm like, now wait a second. Are you doing a post about it? Okay. He said when he left him there to get a haircut, he found a bag of Miley Cyrus and tons of child support papers. Ladies, he has 9 children, only claimed 2. He is currently at $200,000 behind collectively on child support for all of his active cases. How has he gotten away with it for so long? because he hides his money and his locations under LLCs and doesn't file taxes on any of his businesses. But he claims to have a tax business, which is not his, it's actually BC's business. Those are her initials. I know her as well as what they're plotting. So whoever that BC person is, then this person must know them. And allegedly, I guess Todd and her are plotting something. I don't know that part. As far as the credit repair business, he sells your information on the black market. So when you get those crazy out of the blue spam calls and kickbacks when he disputes your credit accounts, well, actually, he is sending your personal information to someone in Pakistan to do the disputes. But he hates when you miss those monthly payments. Okay, because you know you have these credit repair companies, you are paying them a monthly fee to take care of disputing things and so forth. So if you miss a payment, this person said he would actually sell those accounts on the black market faster. He laughs at all his customers and calls them dummies. I don't know how true all of this is. If you are a client of his, when he threatens to put the accounts back on your credit report, he actually wants to say, I'm going to sell your account to the black market. Straight savage. But he lucked up with a bunch of goofy baby mamas because none of them report him for evading child support because they are so hopeless after years of not being able to locate him long enough to put him on the evaders list. They just gave up. Okay. So this person seems like, they knew some information about him, and it kind of goes with some things that this other young lady is going to state in her video. So I was like, the baby mama, and and looking to see that there were some other people saying that he had this restraining order on him. And then I came across y'all a video of him leaving the lady who unalived him, her home. Okay, not too long before this incident happened, and it really scared me. I'm gonna be honest of how he was reacting and behaving in this video. So let me pull that video up because hey, we got to look at this whole thing from all angles. Okay, I had it up, y'all. My system had gone down. I hate when that happens because then I have to go back and pull it up. Thank you for your patience. Okay. It is.
Nigga.
And y'all, I'm gonna be honest on this video. He seemed a little inebriated. That's just my opinion. Because I was listening to how he was talking, kind of walking, and I was like, I wonder. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Thank you so much. So it looks like she has a code for him to enter into on the door. I haven't seen that before, but you enter the code and you're able to get in. But when he entered the code, he was not able to unlock the door.
Motherfucker wanna fucking pop me. Oh shit! You gonna take the pole? You gonna take the pole off the door? Why the fucking code ain't working?
Todd, look at this. Watch this.
Why the code ain't working?
Watch this. Todd,
Why the code ain't working?
please calm down.
Why the fucking code ain't working? Ain't no code fucking working. She changed the motherfucker. She changed it. Nigga.
Wow. Y'all, that was scary. Okay. I'm not sure when the noises, when he went into the house and finally got in, you could hear a sound. It sounded like a push, a slap. It was really loud, and that was scary. And she sounded frantic in the background. Okay. Now, there is a young lady that has been watching all of this, and allegedly she's close to the situation because I'm waiting for the police to put all of the pieces together. Like if he had this whole restraining order and then she comes in there and she unalives him, like why? At least it seems like they would have the why behind this. Okay. But like I said, people that kind of know some information already are starting to speak up faster than the police. This information is alleged. So let me pull up this video. And she kind of gave a little background as to what happened, and it coincides with the message that I showed you all earlier.
Michelle and Todd to clear the false narratives. He did not give her HIV. He was not cheating on her at the time of the murder-suicide. In fact, they haven't even been together in over a year. Yeah, Michelle came from nothing. She built herself up as a veteran, as a successful business owner. Her knowledge, the things that she knew in order to get money to take care of her kids as a single mother. When she met Todd, Todd was living downtown Dallas under a CPN number. He did not know how to do credit repair. She taught him.
Now, I was like, no, wait a second. She said that he was living allegedly downtown under a CPN number. And the only reason I kind of know was about some of that and on a shallow level is because of Peach McIntyre. Because they were saying, how is she able to keep doing that, getting new houses and things like that? And people kept saying something about a CPN number. So I guess it hides kind of your real credit and information. I was like, wait a second. So, allegedly this mom was a single mother, okay, and had some things going on for her. And then she met Todd.
How to do that, and they built this business, Credit Champs, together. Whenever they broke up, because I see he's been sending his clients the video when she pulled the gun on him. She wanted him out of her house and he would not leave. There's an active restraining order right now against him.
So allegedly, it seems as though the restraining order could be against him because she was trying to get him to leave out of her house and had to pull out a pow on him. Okay, now this particular incident that we just watched, I'm not sure the date of that, but I would be scared too. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. The way, the aggressiveness, how he kicked that door, he was beating on the door, and then when he got in there, we don't know what that sound was, what he was doing. Okay, so I would have gotten one too, but like I said, with these restraining orders, y'all, it was a whole other story that was in Dallas, similar within a week of this incident, where I think she was the side chick, came right into a store where a guy was and unalived him. He had gotten a restraining order on her as well. Okay, so my thing is, what is the restraining order going to do? You can't throw the piece of paper at them. There needs to be better laws and things in place because these people are crazy. Okay, a piece of paper is not going to do anything. And I've always said that when people are in domestic violent situations, like, oh, get a restraining order. Okay, and what is that supposed to do? Okay, some of these people need some consequences. Lock them up. I bet you if you keep locking them up, they won't be out here doing that. Okay, so yes, she probably was in fear of for her life during that time. Well, during the time when that happened with him, and she had to get the restraining order, and it looks like she got the pow pow as well.
Terroristic threat against her and her son. He threatened to kill them both. Okay. Todd reversed all of Michelle's mortgage payments up to like, I think 18 months.
Now that kind of goes in line with that post as well. She must have been paying mortgage payments allegedly, and he went in allegedly and disputed it to reverse. So if you're reversing it, now you're saying that that person still owes 18 months of mortgage payments. Okay, do you know how much money that probably was? That's over a year and a half of mortgage payments. So if you have a mortgage, multiply that by 18 months.
Probably more. To the point where she was about to lose her home. How he did this is because they have a joint bank account. He removed her off of the bank. I don't even know how he could have even did this, but he removed her name off the bank because she had no access. He created a new email for everything to go to, not the email that they had. Michelle went to Vegas one weekend, and she came back, and all her money was gone.
So imagine you have a joint account with this person. Now, I don't know. My thing is, I wouldn't have done that with someone I was dating. So you have to be careful on stuff like that, like putting your name on an account with people. And hey, even if they were married, you still got to be careful because, baby, these people will do some stuff like that. But imagine you have almost $100,000 in an account and you use that for your livelihood, right? This person swipes all of that money out of your account. You have no way of taking care of your family, car payments, mortgage. Now you're owing a whole lot of extra money. And she probably was not getting alerted because allegedly he had changed email accounts so that they were emailing it to the one he had set up. See, y'all, these credit repair companies, please make sure if you ever use that they're reputable, okay? And that they're not just getting your information and doing some crooked stuff with it. Because you have to you're pretty much turning over a lot of sensitive data and information, social security numbers, okay? All of your names, your email accounts, all of this, because they are disputing on your behalf, writing these letters and so forth. So he probably had access to a lot of her information. And she probably did not know what was going on until, oh my goodness, I need to pay stuff. Okay. It goes to her account and it's no money there. Now you have put her back up against a wall. Now, like I said, we don't know this has not been verified by the police. Okay. Also, we don't know what communication they had once all of this was found out. Did she text him? Okay, were they arguing about it? Because something had to have prompted her to get in her car, drive to the salon with a pow-pow, walk into the building, into the suite where he was located, and unalive him. Okay, something huge led her there.
Now, could you imagine having $250,000 or even $500,000 in your bank account and now it's zero? You can't pay your mortgage. You can't take care of your kids. He's threatening you. He's not giving you nothing for your kid. Okay? Michelle had several cases against this man. Okay? Me as well had a lawsuit that I just won and got paid off a day before the murder-suicide.
Now, this young lady says the lady who unalived him had some cases against him, but also she said she didn't go into details and say what her case was against him, but allegedly she won her case and was paid out the day before he was unalive. Now, this is just my imagination. And shout out for I'm Chosen being number one on the leaderboard. Yeah, I had to come over here as a quick little insert. I told YouTube, I said, why am I not seeing my leaderboard pull up? And lo and behold, they told me to look at my next live and see if it's working. Okay. So shout out to I'm Chosen number one. Dreamy Girl is number two. And I don't know who number three is. I don't see number three. So the more you comment, y'all, you will get on the leaderboard. So yes, this lady was just paid out, okay, right before he was unalived. Oh my goodness. So I also heard allegedly they have been texting each other, this lady and the one who unalived him. So I don't know. Maybe she told her, look, I was just paid out. And that's more money that was paid out. Did he have her money though? The one that unalived him. Where was her money? Okay, so that could create this feeling that, look, you gonna give me my money. Okay, so yes, if that part is true, that could create that type of urgency as well.
Michelle was suing him for a lot. He was taunting her by still promoting this company, still making money off this company that they built, not giving her access to any of the money. He also wrapped a Cybertruck, was riding past her house. She could see it on her Ring camera. He was taunting her. She was so full of debt. She was about to lose her home. The air went out in her Tesla. It was just a lot of stuff going on, and she had $0 to deal with her situation. She reached out to family. She reached out to people to help her, and only a handful of us helped her. Okay? So with all this stuff that y'all got going on about he gave her HIV or she was cheating and it's more dick out there, it had nothing to do with that. That man stole her whole life and he flaunted it in her face.
Wow. Okay. So that's interesting. And that would make a person feel a certain type of way if she built a business with him, allegedly. Well, they were. I don't know what went on with the separation of that in court, if they had anything in the court, because she said allegedly that there were some cases out there. And so now she was trying to get her money. Now, and that also, y'all, even let's just say that this was perhaps the truth, what this girl is saying. For it to be, for one, we see why she could have possibly gone up to the salon to unalive him, but it also could be a part of the motive behind why she unalived herself. Aside from maybe she didn't want to go to jail, but did she lose all hope? If she didn't have any money, was struggling so much, car breaking down, about to lose her home, in that moment, did she look at that as her way out? And the sad part of that is not only are they both gone, but now their child, and he allegedly has other children. Their child has no parents, no mother, and no father behind this. And now his other children are also, they have also lost a father. Okay. That decision did not only impact their lives. So was he really winning? The images, the photos. Let me pull up some of the photos that he would post on his social media. Let me see here. And I was like, you know, people will look at that and say, man, okay, I'm going to mute this one. I want to show this video here. I have to mute it because it's playing music. So a lot of people would see these types of videos. Him living the life. This is one young lady, I believe, she posted it, this video. But behind the scenes, what was really taking place? What was really taking place? And he was well known all over the Metroplex. He drove the finest cars. Wow. You just never know, y'all. And it was a sad ending, very tragic ending to both of their lives. And I believe that's a friend of his. Yep. So, whew, rest in peace to Todd Austin and his baby's mother, I think it's Timone. I think that's how Timon, Michelle Williams. And I just pray for their families, their friends, their child, because I know that there is a lot that they're experiencing right now. And also, I'm praying that more information and details will be revealed because it's still an ongoing investigation. And they probably have to dig because, y'all, they had businesses together. They have to go through phone records to see, you know, what led up to this, see about the motive and all of this. It's a lot that is pretty much going on that we may not have seen. But if people just took a look, okay, at them, you probably would not have known that this couple was going through some of the things that they were going through. So looks can very well be deceiving. Do not get caught up in social media, what people look to have, or do they seem, oh, just extra happy in their marriages. They're driving these cars, wearing these clothes. They have all these multiple businesses and things like that. You too can have it. You too can have it. Okay. Because we don't know the price that people have to pay to have what they have. Okay. But yes, y'all, love, lies, and gunfire. Prayers go up to this couple's family and friends. I thank each and every one of you all for joining on today. And I pray that you all have a blessed day. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Thank you and have a blessed day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You just flip through truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.